Hello? Hello. Anybody there? I see we got two people lurking. That's cool. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah. I guess I'll just pull myself up. Hey, Mr. Up here, what's up? I don't know if you're busy today, but I'm gonna be watching some SummerGameFest stuff. You're welcome to join me on my Discord server. Totally up to you. I can't see my stream deck. There's too much stuff in the way. There we go. There we go. I'm opening it up to anybody who is a supporter or is a homie. We're doing a few. We're going to do Sonic Central, PC Gaming Show, and IGN Expo. Maybe some other ones. Haven't decided yet. I haven't watched any of those ones yet. Maybe Gorilla Collective 3.5 because apparently they added more stuff. Maybe Xbox 3.5 to see a difference. We'll see. We'll see how exhausted I get because there's a lot. That'd be mine. My server. The literally the link I just posted. Anyways. We'll put it to see which one we want to do first. Because there's a few of them. Oh, I see Mr. Up here's in there. So I'm going to cut the music. And I'm going to move my bitch ass over. Turn this on. There we go. Oh. Yeah. There we go. Hello.
Heyo.
Hey, man. What's going on?
Just got off of work, got home.
Oh, you just got off work? Oh.
Yeah, this was actually just like really good timing. I got home and I was like, all right. Oh, hey, look at that.
Have you watched any of Summer Game Fest?
I've only okay, so no, not as seriously as we did last year when we covered this.
Yeah.
The only thing I've paid attention to was the Capcom announcements.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's been a good year for us.
Okay. Well, I mean, good year for Resident Evil and Street Fighter,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah. So if you're a Silent Hill fan, rip. But
Well, I was just gonna say, it's not only the 35th anniversary of Street Fighter; it's also the 35th anniversary of Mega Man. But that doesn't matter.
True.
That doesn't matter.
That is the thing.
Though, like what everybody's saying, they're probably gonna wait till December to announce something because they always do that. So,
wait a second. I could have sworn I saw something about Mega Man recently.
the only announcement that I've seen is that with the Capcom arcade thing that's coming out, like the second one, the 2 arcade games are coming to that service. So,
okay,
you could buy. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. Speaking of Mega Man, did you play the fan game that was like endorsed by Capcom?
Do you mean Street Fighter Cross Mega Man?
I guess the one where he beats up all of the Street Fighter characters.
Oh yeah. I like Let's Played that. I did a review of it when it came out.
Okay, cool. I was just like, I just recently stumbled into that, and I was like, that's amazing.
It is pretty great. So you know what? Since you're here, I'll let you decide. So the ones that I've got open are I've got the PC Gaming Show, which is about 2 hours.
There's a lot of them, and I don't know if you're going to want to power through every single one of them.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's the IGN Expo. It's about an hour and a half. Sonic Central's 10 minutes. And then there's some other ones like Gorilla Collective 3.5. It's like an extended one of the one we saw before. And there's apparently an extended Xbox one too.
Yeah, the Xbox One. In truth, I've remembered. I did kind of peruse through it. When I watched them, I kind of skipped through just to what's interesting. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Xbox One is neat, but the biggest, most important thing about that one is mainly just what's coming to Game Pass, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
It's good. Holy crap for Game Pass fans or people who have it, phenomenal. You got a great year coming up. But for everything else that they announced, it's really not much unless you're doing the Bethesda Microsoft showcase. And that's
fair.
mainly just Starfield. So
Yeah. Let me just go.
I don't know, man.
to
The
actually-
PC one would probably be the most interesting. It's just super long. Now I don't know if your plan is to like kind of be like, all right, well this is getting slow. Let's skip something, or if like you're like, okay, well here's the basis. Let's go through like
The funny thing is, I almost always skip the fucking
there's
fucking one.
I didn't know if you wanted to do it because I remember last time we did this, it was a mixture of the video showcase and then the article summaries where you just went, oh, this is a thing. Let's talk about that. And then, oh, this is a thing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
So the extended Xbox One is about. Looks like there's some new shit they didn't talk about. It's about an hour and a half. So
I'll tell you, the Sonic one is probably going to be the one I want you to do first, just so I can hear what your opinion is based off of everything else I've heard.
Yeah. There's some other IGN exclusive Sonic trailers, so maybe
I don't know what else they're going to announce. I mean, unless they have a mobile game out.
I have no idea, man. So, shall we watch some Sonic then?
Absolutely. Let's get into the blue blur.
All right. Let's do this. Let's see what the Sonic has. Okay. Well, that's loud. I'm just gonna turn that down. I have my headphones turned up a little bit so that I can hear you. And
we have no audio. Oh wait, no. Yep, no. I'm just an idiot. The stream was turned on.
My name is Ivo Griskovich, and I'm here with Azuka-san for a look at all the upcoming excitement in the world of Sonic. Last year, we celebrated the 30th anniversary of everyone's favorite blue hedgehog.
Thank you for making it such an incredible year. And
who's everybody's favorite blue hedgehog? You just left me hanging.
In April, we saw the incredible success of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which opened as the #1 movie globally and once again broke records to become the #1 video game movie in the US. Thanks to all of you.
That's right. We could not have done it without you. And
yeah, but the movie success had nothing to do with them.
On behalf of the Sonic team
The
and
movie?
Sega family,
Did you see the second movie? It was freaking.
I haven't seen any of them yet,
now,
and I hate
let's see
myself
what
for
the
it.
rest of the year holds in store for the blue blur.
You know what's funny?
Please
I
enjoy.
feel like the guy in the first movie is like you if you were like a dad.
The games that started it all with Sonic Origins.
Thank you.
A new collection, including the.
Isn't that
Yep.
what's his name? He was in the Easter Bunny movie
titles.
too.
Mm-hmm. It's literally the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is that remaster of the original games.
Which is fine with me. Here's my question: is how many times do we need a remaster of the original games? Because didn't they do that in Sonic Mania?
Well, no, Sonic Mania is its own game.
Right, but they had like reimaginings of the original levels in like high fidelity. I'm just
Well,
like,
I think is actually a collection of the iOS ports that were made by the same people who made Mania, because the iOS ports, the iOS versions of the games
fantastic.
are like they're widescreen. They add features like Knuckles being in one, like the physics are 100% the same as the Genesis games, and they run fantastically.
yep. It was something white, Christian something.
Christian
that
Whitehead.
Yeah, he was phenomenal. Like if it wasn't for him, the revitalization of Sonic probably would have never happened.
Mm-hmm.
But that just shows that like sometimes Sonic fans are more passionate than the developers.
Yeah. Well, they made Sonic fan games, and then he like made a port of Sonic CD, and he sent it to Sega, and they're like, "This is amazing. You made the game run so well." And they're like, "Do you want to like do the ports for us?" And he was like, "Yeah." And basically, he just remade all the games.
What I think a lot of people are really liking is this art style, like the
Mm-hmm.
anime-esque intros and stuff like that. That artwork has gone really well.
Fully remastered and redefined. Experience all Sonic Origins has to offer. Coming
June
this
23rd.
month
That's
on June
soon.
23rd. Celebrate Sonic Central in Sonic Speed Simulator on Roblox.
Oh no.
On Roblox.
Oh no, you can play Sonic on
Using the new
Roblox.
chemical
What
plant,
even is
where Eggman
Roblox
has
at this
kidnapped
point?
the
It was like
electric
a
Chow
Minecraft
and is using her
knockoff,
life
and now
force
it's
to
like
power
its
up Metal
own.
Sonic.
All I know is
Exclusively for
that
Sonic Central. Unlock Amy Chow using a designated code.
one of my ladies, Sky,
Free
got
the
obsessed with
electric Chow
the
and reprogram
a
Metal
laundry
Sonic.
game on there.
Join the fight against
She made
Eggman
like
on
millions
June
of
11th.
dollars in the game.
Just doing laundry
This summer,
virtually.
unlock special
Can you
new
imagine
themed characters
spending
from
money
Sonic the
to
Hedgehog
have
2 in both Sonic
virtual
Forces
clothes
and Sonic
washed?
Dash. In November, Super Shadow is joining the battle. This
Sonic
Halloween,
Forces?
watch out for
The
Mephilas the
mobile
Dark.
Sonic Forces game.
Show off
Oh,
your
I
greatest
was like,
achievements with
I didn't know they
player
were still
banners.
like supporting that.
And welcome Sir Percival in Sonic Dash and also in Sonic Dash Plus on Apple Arcade.
I like how when Sonic started, Sonic was the fastest creature
The new
alive, and
Netflix
now that
animated
the
series,
content has
Sonic
continued,
Prime, is
everyone
coming
is as
soon.
fast as Sonic.
Here is a sneak peek of our new show for our ultimate fans watching Sonic Central.
Oh boy.
More Sonic
Sneak
on
peek of
Netflix.
the new show.
Oh, it's 3D. God dang it. Is this that possum?
What? Awesome.
They have like the possum guy and then like the weird aardvark.
Wouldn't that be
looking thing.
awesome?
That was Shadow? That was it? That's for anyone cares. Shadow's there sometimes
Next,
on Netflix.
please welcome the voice of Sonic from the Sonic movie with a sneak peek of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Blu-ray and digital.
I really want to get the Blu-ray with the behind-the-scenes stuff of the first Sonic movie
Hey
because I want to see
everybody,
how the
Ben Schwartz
fuck they
here.
did
I
that.
am the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. Please hold your applause.
Like how they, like,
Please
fixed
check
everything.
out the home entertainment release of my movie.
I'm just sad that that
Sonic
was
2.
the end of Jim Carrey's
Beyond
career.
it being another great adventure for Sonic, this time with some new friends.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
It is loaded with a ton of great extras.
Oh, also, I don't know if you've seen
It's
it,
got
but
deleted scenes.
Stern.
the old Sonic design, which has now been called Ugly Sonic,
It's
is
on
a
the Chip and
character
Dale show. It's so
in the
funny.
movie.
I love it.
And he has a
so
major
much.
role near the
From
end of the
behind
movie, and I was
scenes
like,
on set,
oh my
to top it off,
fucking
an
god.
exclusive
Yeah,
animated
Ugly
short
Sonic
which
does
takes place
things
right after the events
slow.
of Sonic 2.
The funny thing
voiced by
is,
yours
it was
truly,
supposed to be
Ben
Jar Jar
Schwartz.
Binks.
Was it really?
Yeah.
So do me a favor, put down that chili
Between
dog
him
and take a
and then
look.
the fact that they put the
Right now,
mom
or
from
soon.
Phineas and
Soon.
Ferb as a criminal. It's like, what is happening?
This year, we have
at
exciting
those
products
masks.
from around the world. Straight from Angel Island is an
From
all-new
G Fuel.
Knuckles-inspired
Oh,
G Fuel,
no.
available
G
this summer.
Fuel. Do you want to
Sour
Toe
Power.
to toe with Dr. Eggman with the Eggmobile
The amount
battle set.
of
Destroy that
ridiculous
meddlesome
Sonic
hedgehog
fans
with
that are
5
going to buy that
configurations
stuff
straight from the games.
and bathe in
Available
it?
this fall from Jack Pacific.
I don't understand G
Level
Fuel.
up your Xbox
Okay,
gaming experience
that
with
controller's
this
pretty
Sonic the
dope.
Hedgehog wireless
Yeah, I'll give it
controller
that one.
with
I like
a
the
quick
charging stand.
by
That's pretty
Razer.
cool.
Available this summer.
It's a
What's a
razor
stand?
More
controller?
art
Okay.
That's pretty
introduces beautiful new art. Handmade.
Okay,
silk
I do
screen
dig
prints
the
are a
art on the left
celebration of
and
the
far
Sonic
right.
timeline
Those are
as it
cool.
races
I like that. I
towards
like
the
that
future.
80s anime-esque, but I really like
Introducing
neon,
Ike
like
and
black light
Sonic the
colors.
Hedgehog capsule collection, featuring
Oh, man, gotta
energetic
have that
designs
drip.
inspired by the high-octane speedster himself. Check out the upcoming collectibles.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because
First
that's what
four
everybody
figures
wants is a
resin
figure of
statues
Amy.
of Amy Rose and Miles Tails
Gotta have
Power.
that Sonic drip.
Have fun on the go. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles
When
are now
Nike did
available
the
as
was it
Pez
Nike the
dispensers.
Sonic shoes, the red ones, the high
Showcase
tops
your
that look like
controller,
his actual
or just
shoes?
have a place
It
to
was either
rest
Nike
in
or
between
Adidas.
gaming.
That was
Check
so
out the
cool.
newest
I
Cable
thought those
Guide
were so
controller
legit.
holder. Retro gaming
I
enthusiasts.
mean, they were
and
cool looking
Sonic
shoes, but I was like,
fans find these
I could
iconic
never
early
wear these in
90s
public.
They were also
aesthetics
very
of the Blue
expensive.
Blur. From Japan is a special Sonic soft vinyl figure, standing 6 inches tall.
Wow.
Welcome this high-speed hedgehog to your room.
Like I can't tell if it's cool to like Sonic. Like if I'm like, yeah, I like Sonic the Hedgehog, I feel like people judge me.
Stay tuned for the return
I
of
still
the
don't know
Sonic
if
the
I'm like a
Hedgehog
Sonic
Symphony.
fan because when I got into Sonic, it was like Sonic Heroes.
Relive the magic of the
Yeah, I played the
30th
original
anniversary
games, but
symphony
like
concert live
I didn't
and
own
in
Genesis. I always played it at a friend's house.
Watch iconic moments from
So,
Sonic's history come to life
like,
on
my
the
favorite
big
Sonic
screen,
game is,
alongside a full symphony orchestra.
Is Sonic
New surprises in store.
what's it called? Colors. Sonic Colors.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Call me.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just saying, call me weird. I've still got Sonic 2, like an original copy for the Genesis. Like,
Oh, same. Sonic 2 is my favorite of the classic ones.
Oh yeah, it's so good. Like it took everything that the first game did and just made it better.
Fall Guys is going
I don't
free
know
to
if I
play
want to
on all
listen to
platforms
Sonic
on June
intros from
21st.
games that were bad.
With an
Oh, God.
all-new Sonic collaboration.
Oh, good. Fall
Coming
Guys,
to
which
Fall
is now
Guys in
free to
August
play as of the end of this
2022.
month.
Mm-hmm.
Come play
Because
as
I guess they
Knuckles,
decided that
Sonic,
microtransactions
and
was better than
Tails.
charging me for it.
I'll finally get it on PC that all my friends played it on because I got it on PS4 originally and no one played it on there.
And it wasn't cross-platform, which is
To
ridiculous to me.
celebrate Sonic
Hey, Esky.
Frontiers, we are excited to present a
Are you
sneak
just
peek
stopping
of
in to make
new
a sound
animated
effect and leaving
special
like you normally do?
featuring Knuckles and taking place before the events of the game.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We hope you enjoy this exclusive first look.
I didn't even hear a sound effect. I just heard them show up in the lead. Oh, hey, look, it's a big rock. Knuckles do be
We look
brooding, though.
forward to sharing the entire short later this year, prior
Oh,
to the
no.
release of Sonic Frontiers.
And now a sneak peek of 2 seconds of a video. I'm curious on how an open world Sonic game would even go.
Doesn't look all that great.
Well,
I mean,
it is early
graphically
alpha,
it looks great, but
I don't know, man. I'm scared to think of getting my hopes up for a Sonic game because the last couple that they've done did not do very well.
if it's not made by Christian Whitehead's team, it's probably not worth it. That's what
Which
I
is so
basically-
strange to me that they got AAA Sega. I mean, again, it's Sega, and nothing against them, but it's Sega, and like I just
Hey,
can't
Sonic
imagine
fans,
like any
wanna see
AAA
more
title from them
Sonic
being like,
Frontiers?
yes.
Then
It's
be
like
sure
that
to visit
meme. Oh, hey, a new Sonic
IGN.com
game
right now,
developed by
all
Sonic
June
team.
long,
Oh.
because Sonic
Oh, yeah.
Frontiers is the IGN
What's crazy is
first
what
cover
this looks
story.
like is that they just
You can
stole a
watch
bunch
the
of renders from
world-exclusive
Unreal
gameplay
5
reveal
and then
right
just
now,
inserted
as well as
Sonic
the
into it.
first ever hands-on preview.
It
with
looks
more
like, yeah, it looks like when
creative
people make Sonic fan
including
games.
interviews.
in,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Unreal.
Like this is one that you would download off like Game
You
Bolt.
gotta go fast to IGN.
I mean,
They took the
Sonic
landscape of
Frontiers is on
remastered
its way.
Shadow of the
There's
Colossus
more
and just
details
put
to come,
Sonic
so
in
be
it.
sure to follow us on the official social
I know that like
media
people say
description below. Thank you. for
one
tuning
thing I've
in.
always wanted is like open roaming with Sonic, so we could just run across the fields and stuff. But it's like, but then you have nothing to do.
Like open feet. Like why is he not like in a city or something where like scale is everything. So if there's nothing for you to run next to for comparison, it doesn't feel like you're traveling. It just feels like you're in a field.
So
I think that was
IGN
the
had
biggest
some.
problem with Death Stranding.
IGN had some exclusive stuff. I watched this one, but like man, like these like exclusive things that they have, like this combat one I haven't seen. This first on impressions, like I just want to see real quick. Let's take a look at this combat.
You already watched
IGN
the
first
Sony
continues on
exclusive,
with
right?
yet
Like
another
the
look at
everything
Sonic
coming out
Frontiers
for
gameplay.
PlayStation.
Yes.
This time focusing on combat.
What did you-
Sonic is up against
what did you
all
think
new
about
set of
that Kingdom
baddies,
Hearts
some
thing?
of which are among the most massive
Wait, what Kingdom
bosses
Hearts
we've
thing?
ever seen
Oh,
in a
see
Sonic
that?
game.
See?
Fortunately, Sonic's got some new tricks up his sleeve. Make sure to stick with IGN.
Are you talking
all
about the
throughout
state of
June
play?
Because we've got a full
Yeah,
hands-on
yeah.
preview and
They didn't talk about
interviews from
Kingdom
the
Hearts at
developers
all.
in store. For now, though,
What was that
enjoy the
announced on?
combat of Sonic Frontiers.
I could have sworn that was because it's like a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Or
Is it?
maybe it's not. Maybe it was announced that it wouldn't be.
The only thing I'm kind of pissed about is that the VR mode for Resident Evil Village is PSVR 2 exclusive. Like they have not. Now I know the VR mode for 7 was PSVR exclusive, but like, you know, I had access to a PSVR, so it wasn't a big
Well,
deal. But now I have
you
an
see-
Oculus, so I'd like to play, you know, in an Oculus. Sorry, what were you
True.
saying?
No, I was gonna say, did you see the fact that they've added a third-person mode to Village?
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know how I feel about that because, like, yeah, that'd be cool because it just feel like every like Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake. But it's
Well,
like,
'cause-
is that gonna work well?
'cause the
there's
DLC
so many
is
tight
third person.
spaces and.
that's why they did it.
Oh, well, it's super easy because it's not like all they'd have to do is just make sure that the head doesn't disappear, and then it's basically the same game because it's all
They had to give Ethan Winters a face.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
always just assumed it was my face because he's a nondescript white guy.
I mean, have you seen the absolute Chad picture of him?
Oh my god, I love Chad version of him where he's like mixed with Chris. Just the chiseled jaw and stuff. Well, again, I posted renders of like what the cosplay design I'm gonna go for.
You know what? I might play through Village in third person. I play through it again when the DLC comes out, just so I can familiarize myself with it. Words are hard today.
It'd be interesting to do. I don't know, man. I'm more excited for 4. 4 in a format that I can tolerate and not want to die.
Let me ask you this question, because you're a Resident Evil fan. Do you not think it would have been better to do something else than
like
4?
Code Veronica?
Code Veronica, Survivor. To
this day, genuinely, to this day, I would literally give both my legs and my firstborn child when I have one for Outbreak.
Outbreak would be nice.
Is at Outbreak. Like they keep trying to push this stuff like Reverse, or the other one where like you fight each other, but like is like a Left 4 Dead style thing, or not Left 4 Dead, but the Dead by Daylight.
Pisses me off. They put the Mercenaries mode in Village, but it's single player. Like,
yeah.
People are like, bring Mercenaries back, but I guess they didn't realize, oh yeah, we want multiplayer as well in Mercenaries.
Yeah, I just want them to make a Resident Evil game that's multiplayer, that's an actual Resident Evil game, and not like a knockoff Resident Evil game. Like, they keep making, like, Umbrella Chronicles was bad. Reverse is bad. I don't care what anybody says. They're just like gimmicks. Like, give me a real, like, Revelations 2 was the closest thing to a multiplayer Resident Evil game that we've had in some time that has been of any sort of quality. And then they were just like, all right, that sold well. Moving on, never to do that again.
Remembers that we have to finish 6 still.
Yeah.
Now,
maybe it will not die every 5 seconds.
Now, if they announced, in a couple of years, a Resident Evil 5 remake, would you be like, okay, that's enough?
Well, see, the thing is I think 4 might be the last of the what we consider like reimaginings, because 5 was the last of that group that actually tied into what the story would become with Village, or with 7. 6 was the big thing, but my question is that with every iteration of the game, is 6 canon? Is 6 still in the story? Because if that's the case, 70% of China is dead, and I don't know if that's still canon.
Well, the thing for me is that, like, and I said this to somebody the other night. Capcom seems to only care about games that have numbers in the title, because they think that we don't know what the other ones are. Because a friend of mine and I, we discussed that, how come the Mega Man Legacy collections didn't have Mega Man in base? It's canon. It's part of the series. It's actually really important to the series. And that was my response. I'm like, it's a sequel that doesn't have a number in it, so they think people won't understand it. Or they just forget about it. It's like, that's why we don't have a Code Veronica remake. That's why there's no Survivor remake. Like, that's why there's no Outbreak.
Yeah, God, dude, I'm telling you, right now is the perfect time. Outbreak would be the multiplayer game to end all Resident Evil multiplayer games, because they could take File 1, File 2, you remaster them in the re-engine, and then you just put them out. 4-player co-op multiplayer horror stories that were already there. You've got established characters. You've already got an established universe. It's done all the legwork for you. You're just allowing it to be the game it was supposed to be back on the PS2 now that everybody has internet.
I just think Capcom, that's what I think. I honestly think Capcom's like, if there's not a number at the end of the sequel name, people won't understand what it is.
Well, I think
they won't
another big part of it is that they're just afraid that people don't care about characters they're not connected with. So if there's a character or a less popular character that is the main focus of a game, they don't want to touch it. Ethan was an experiment, and it exploded because it brought it back. So they had a reason to use him for 8. But, like, 6 was a cash grab. They're like, what if we took most of the characters that people gave a shit about and put them all in one game? Think how much money we'll make. We got Chris, we got Leon, we got, Jill. We got, they don't have Jill. They don't have Jill or Claire. For whatever reason, they just showed Sherry for some reason. It's just like, I don't know. It felt like a really cool idea that was executed because of money. And I don't know how I feel about these enemy character designs. They just look like gelatinous metal shapes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I have nothing to say about the combat. It looks like combat.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I can spin dash, and apparently Sonic punches, but like that thing is a giant piece of metal. I don't feel like that's gonna do.
You know,
much.
your comparison to it being like Shadow of the Colossus. Now I'm seeing it.
Yeah, well, but again, that series kind of ruined giant monsters in a field for me.
Gotcha.
It's just kind of what that is. It's like every large enemy in a field is now just Shadow of the Colossus.
All right, so we watched Sonic.
So thoughts?
Thoughts? They didn't really show anything.
Yeah.
be
Okay.
honest.
So it's a Sonic demo. Got it.
Like,
they
it's
don't really-
Sonic.
Sonic. That's the thing is like they've tried to shoehorn Sonic into so many genres of stuff that like
Mhm.
I think like the biggest games that could bring that series back is Sonic Riders. If they did another Sonic Riders game, people would probably be pretty impressed with that. I'm surprised they haven't made a mobile adaptation of that yet, considering motion controls. But whatever.
Mhm.
If they did a Sonic X Monkey Ball collection, that'd be pretty cool. I feel like that would do pretty well.
I mean, it just released a Monkey Ball collection recently.
Right. But I'm saying like a crossover kind of thing would be interesting because, like, you know, Sonic Speedball versus Monkey Ball and like a tube or something.
I mean,
I don't know. It's
Sonic
just, like,
and Kiryu Kazuma are both in the new Super Monkey Ball game.
Oh, that's cool.
It's funny that you can play as Yakuza Man or Sonic.
It's in a world where both exist. No one questions. I don't know. There's just a lot. There's a lot going on with that doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just like I don't know if it's that Sonic is a tired IP because obviously people still play the games, but it's just like how many times can you make Sonic go fast a game?
Well, they've tried other ideas. That's the thing. Like, they've tried other ideas, but they all come back to the same problem: is that, like, if you make a game where Sonic don't go fast, it
People
kind
get
of takes
upset.
away from the game that people are playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It's so hard to like breathe new life into that. Like again, the remakes or like the reimaginings of the original game. Like Sonic Mania to me is peak Sonic. Like that's where it should have stopped. It'd been like, this is
Yeah.
it. This is the game. The end.
Or they should make like a Mania 2 and put more because like they added they did that DLC where they added two like characters that you don't see much. I'm like, there's still characters they could add, like, or they could make in future games. Like, what about because who did they add to that? They added
Well, they had the possum guy and then the other person, the like black and red thing that I never play
I
as
can't
them.
remember. There's the flying squirrel they added and the armadillo guy, but they could
Yeah.
still add
Bring
they could
in
add the
like
Knuckles
fan favorites,
Chaotix characters. Like, they could add in Vector, Espio, Charmy.
His name is Ray.
Oh, Ray the armadillo.
Super Ray. Please, they need to stop naming stuff. We've got Heavy King, Heavy Shinobi.
Those
Super
were
Ray,
kind of obscure characters, the two they added.
Fang the Sniper, Bean the Dynamite.
There we go.
I'm just like, come on, guys. Like, we could get. His name is Mighty the Armadillo. I come on, guys. They have been trying so hard to capture the magic of Sonic 1 through 3 for so long. Like,
I mean-
Amy could come back. Like, Rogue could come back. Like, there's so many established characters that fans liked that literally take 3 seconds to add their sprites in.
Yeah. They could. Well, I mean, the other thing is then they have to test the physics of each level to make sure it's not broken and stuff like that. So there's a little more that goes in that. But yeah, it doesn't. It wouldn't take them much to do it.
It's not a hard concept. Like, they have the creativity to continue. The arcade style Sonic games are where it's at. I would even go into a classic style arcade and play a Sonic game. Like, the over need to make all of these giant 3D games, like, it's not necessary anymore. Like, I don't know if you saw the TMNT Cowabunga collection. I think we had talked on that at one point.
Yeah.
And then now Shredder's Revenge. It proves that side-scroller arcade, like, pixel games are still very popular and doing very well. Sonic thrived in that market, and it should
Mhm.
just go back. These overcomplicated 3D games are just attention grabbers for a generation of people who only think that graphics matter. And
Or like if they're going to make another 3D Sonic game, just go and make Sonic Adventure 3 like everybody wants. Like every attempt they've gone to make it, they've changed the game to something else because they realize, oh, this wouldn't, if we call this Adventure 3, people will hate us. Like literally like every time, like Frontiers was supposed to be Sonic Adventure 3, but they changed their mind when they're like, oh, people will hate us if we call this Sonic Adventure 3. It's literally
well,
what
people
it
are going to
is.
hate them anyway, so they should just, do it. Like it's either that or just let somebody buy them and then get real money and studio help. Then they can make whatever they want. But the issue is that they're running on like a shoestring budget, so they only pay for a shoestring budget, and then it comes out meh.
I don't know. Sonic's had had that issue for a while. I'll say I didn't like. I know this is going to be a little controversial to say, but I thought there was potential with Sonic Boom on Wii U. There was potential with it. I saw the potential when I played that game, but it just wasn't good. I will say that like the part of those games that I did enjoy though was the dungeon stuff, like going into the dungeons and doing that stuff. Like that was fun, but it's also
Again, I can't. I'm
They
not
fucked
saying
it up.
anything bad about Sonic games. I enjoy them. But I definitely enjoy the older style version of those games more than the 3D makes. I never had a GameCube, so I never got to play like the second golden era of Sonic games. And if a Wii U game was out that was good, it was killed because it was on the Wii U. Like that's the only fault it
Yeah.
had, is the fact that the console was already on the way out when it was released. So
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, if I don't see Christian Whitehead's name on it, I don't care. That's basically the way I feel like with Sonic now.
he becomes like the new Sega North America CEO, like just the director of all things Sonic. I am
Exactly.
curious to see like what would happen if they had let him like direct a Sonic game, like a 3D modeled. Because to me, I thought Sonic Generations was a cool idea, personally.
It is a fun game. And Sonic
Well, I just
Forces
like-
was supposed to be the new generation's game, and it just kind of felt like classic Sonic was just shoehorned into that game. So it's like,
I, don't- I just like the idea that Sonic's so fast he can time travel with himself.
I mean, yeah.
Who knows? Maybe someday. Or I'll just make a game myself and call it Sonic.exe and scare kids. All right, so what's next on the agenda of games that either excite or disappoint?
Well, we've got the IGN Expo, the PC gaming show. We could watch the extended Xbox showcase, or I have the extended Guerrilla Collective showcase.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the Guerrilla Collective is.
It's a bunch of indie stuff essentially.
That makes way more sense. Isn't it? When is the Devolver? Is it Devolver or is it Revolver?
Oh, Devolver. Yeah, that was done
What are
way
they-
early.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I remember seeing last year's, but I don't remember this year's. So
I'll be honest. It was still good, but it was kind of mid for them.
well, in consideration that what was it like year before or 2 years before that they released a whole game as their showcase. Like that was like, yeah, we're not gonna talk about it. You can just play it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. COVID kind of put a lot of people back. So some of this stuff was stuff that was supposed to be released anyway, and now they've just waited.
No, but
so.
like last year, like their whole thing was like same level. So it's like they didn't let the pandemic really stop them.
That's true. Well, I guess maybe part of that has to do with how much was done before the pandemic really affected them. Because like if they've been working on that for a while, and then it's like, well, we've got 2 months left. Let's just finish it up and get it out there. But like if COVID was like, all right, so I haven't heard from Steve in 3 weeks, and he's done all the sound, and I can't do anything until. So who knows? I'm not in that business, so I couldn't tell the intricacies of such. I'm really kind of piqued by the indie stuff. I'm also kind of extremely worried because I've noticed that outside of the creativity that is greatness of indie games, I was watching a buddy of mine play one the other day, and it was scuffed. It was not okay. Like they sold that game for like $20, and it shouldn't have been.
What game was it?
So The game visually is beautiful. It's called Sable.
Okay.
Sable looks phenomenal, and it's got some really cool artistic pieces. And this is a recently released kind of title. The entire world is in 4K naturally, and it's at 60 frames. But the characters is they are all animated at 12 frames a second. Very Spider-Man multiverse feel, Into the Spider-Verse kind of thing. And so it's real cool. The issue is like he would jump and then just like phase through the map, or like his vehicles just wouldn't go right. I'm just like, I feel like there's a pressure on indie game developers to like get the title out there and then like fix in post instead of just here's the game.
I so hate that that's the way game development is these days. It's like, just get it out there. We'll fix it later. It's like
Well,
if
it
you
would-
couldn't do that back in the day. Like if the
No,
game
you-
wasn't
you-
good, it wasn't good forever.
Well, but the niche market of gaming has changed because like let's think of like early 2000s, right? Like you had to release a game that was fixed because if there was a bug breaking game on your disc, the only way that you could fix that is to have the person that bought the game return the game to the store, and then you release an entire slew of new copies. So like quality assurance had to be there before the game was even printed. And that's a big deal. You also had infinitely less companies that were controlling development. Like when Electronic Arts was actually Electronic Arts, games that they produced were good. And then they became like a conglomerate company owned by other people, and then it just became garbage because it looked more at numbers than value. That's the issue, is that the better things get, the more expensive they are. And the more expensive things get, the more somebody else's wallet gets to dictate your quality. And it just sucks.
Well, do you want to take a look and see what they have at least?
Yeah, yes. Go ahead and start this up. I'm actually going to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll wait till you come back.
Okay, thank you. 1 second.
Also, hi, Dr. Worldy. Yeah, but I'll still probably watch it later. Even if there wasn't much to it. The only unfortunate thing is they haven't announced any more Summer Game Fest stuff. Usually they start rolling stuff out for like July and August by now, but it's been incredibly silent. So don't
Haha. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're okay. When you gotta go, right?
Well, I mean, that, and I was afraid that my oven was going to set my house on fire, so
Don't set your house on fire, okay? Jesus.
I don't know. It depends on how you value your house.
I just moved into a house, so I value it kind
True.
of highly.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Actually, I was thinking about it just a second ago. This is like the first time you and I have talked in like months, like person to person.
I had to kind of go on like a hiatus when I was moving, just because like right after my debut happened, it's like shortly before the debut happened, I found out I was moving. And so
Hey, good news.
so that first weekend, I didn't have time to move anything or pack anything because I was like, well, I've been planning this stream for like months. I can't just cancel it now because I've been hyping it up and everything. I have to do it. Of course, my roommates understood that and everything. But yeah, no. It was.
Yeah, I remember.
Go ahead.
I remember a lot of the pre-planning for the debut. I think everything turned out real well, though.
It did. It did. I think it turned out really well.
Yeah,
Okay,
the last
Mr.
time-
Royalty, don't try to like tell me what happens before the thing's out.
Angsty and Angie.
Okay. Well,
48K.
you ready to check this out?
Oh, I'm ready to go. I've poured booze in a cup. Let's go. You've got
man.
me for the long haul.
Is it the weekend? Is it your
No,
weekend?
but I don't have. I control my schedule right now, so
Ah, I see. So you're dangerous.
I'm always dangerous. Can't you tell by my awkward glasses and bad haircut?